Hello, everybody. It is me, Martinez-Bateman. I am the CEO of New Coyote Consulting. We are an equity and communications firm here in the Pacific Northwest. It is the Thursday update. I normally do these on Tuesday, but I took Monday and Tuesday off this week. I just realized after I had been sick for most of June, finally started to recover enough to catch up on all the work I needed to do and keep in touch and, figure out what was going on, what had been happening while I was ill. I kind of hit a wall where I'd done all I could do. I was in a holding pattern. I'm waiting on several different things to happen. I knew they weren't going to happen in the first 2 days of this week. And I just was like, I actually haven't had any free time where I wasn't being super ill, super affected, or recovering, right? So I took Monday, Tuesday off. I had an amazing time. It was just, I got a clean bill of health from the doctor on Monday. I am starting to feel, I'm still, a little bit under the weather. I'm still having, I'm not sure if there are side effects or symptoms from the infection I had all of June, or if they're results from the antibiotics, which I don't think at this point they would be. I've been off antibiotics for like 2 weeks. But my system is still kind of really messed up. And so I'm still kind of dealing with that. But it was really nice to have 2 days off where I wasn't really sick, where I was basically just normal sick. And for a chronically ill person, that's like a great thing. And I got to just chill and hang out, and I got to do some house stuff. Being sick for a month, my house was experiencing that. Obviously I have a family, of a partner who was taking care of stuff, but he was also on his own pretty much for June. So getting back on track with house care, making sure the business was cool, everything was set up here, making sure the house catches up, taking care of stuff there. And also just going out in Portland during these beautiful summer days. It's pretty overcast today, which I'm actually kind of relieved by. When the sun is out in Portland, I just feel really called to experience the sun. And it can be a little bit overstimulating, but I went to a solstice bonfire. We wrote intentions on paper and put them on the fire, and my intention, one of them is, continued business health and continued personal health, health to the extent that I can expect it to be. I also feel like, I can't tell if it's just that I was so sick for so long that now normal feels incredible to me, but I really feel like I'm reaching a new level with my energy. About 5 years ago, I made a lot of changes and decisions and had several, health experiences that changed a lot for me. I used to be an extremely high energy person. I used to be doing, a million different projects. I always had a packed schedule, and that is not me anymore. Because of burnout, because of health issues, because of choices that I've made, because of just knowledge of self. That's not really who I am. That's never really who I want to be again, honestly. That version of me was always constantly busy and constantly on high alert and constantly triggered, because of the environments that I put myself in, because of the way that I lived in denial of my physical and mental health issues. That kind of high energy intensity was there to counteract and sort of drown out a lot of my physical and mental pain. And now that I've gone through a big transformative process, I would rather be able to fully feel my emotions and live in my landscape and sort of have things be right-sized than be someone who had a lot of performative productivity going on, right? Always going to meetings, always going to rallies, always on a committee, always on a board, always, with a project. And I'm not saying I didn't do anything during those years or that nothing I did had an impact. It did, and I'm proud of that work. And also I found a way to live and function as my whole self, and part of who I am as a whole person is a person who is disabled, is a person who is chronically ill, and is a person who needs time to recover, to rest, etc. So, that being said, I really feel like my energy is higher on average and getting higher day to day than it's been in a really long time. And I can't tell if it's because a bunch of different things that I'm doing are working to get me more energy throughout the day, or if it's because the sort of like learning curve has started to flatten out, and I now know a lot more about what my body needs from me and what I can and can't expect in the environment that I'm in. I don't know. It could also just be momentum, that now that I've changed a lot about the way that I live, the sort of like wind is at my back again, because I've grown comfortable and able to access what I need in this new space. So that feels incredible. It also feels like I used to really ascribe a lot of value to my ability to task and how many tasks I could complete in a day. And as a part of my sort of like coming out about my disability and being more frank about my disability, and then also my disability getting worse and being a bigger part of my life, I have done a lot of internal work on my ableism, and I don't really think that a task has inherent value, that just checking off a box or getting something done has inherent value over and above what it actually does in the world. And I feel really excited to be able to apply that to the things I can do going forward. I'm no longer interested in doing a thing for its own sake. I want to know what kind of impact it's going to have in the world. So I'm really looking forward to that kind of intentionality, having more space for that kind of intentionality, because I'm already doing that with the sort of spoons I have available. So that is the Thursday update. I encourage you. A lot of people are getting sick, like really, really sick, including me just now. So if you're feeling under the weather, if there's something going on, please take care of yourself. Go to the doctor if you can. Don't overdo it. Just, there's a wave of sickness hitting Portland at least. So be careful, be safe. Please mask if you're going to go to a big event or an indoors event, not just for other people or yourself, but just for all of us. Like, COVID isn't over, and there's also a ton of other stuff going around. So take care of yourself, have a walk, have a lunch, have a weekend. Don't work for free.